Okay, so this is going to be kind of a quick video. This is a Saturn L Series L200. I'm going to show how to add transmission fluid. Now, this is a pain. I have another video that I did on this, but it's a little too long. So here you are. There's the engine. There's an oil fill, power steering, brake. Down there below these lines, you can't really see it, but I swear to you, down there is a red cap. All right, it's about that big in the center, inside the center of this right here. It's about that big. It's red, and of course it's going to be black and dirty. You're not going to be able to see it, but it's right down there. That's where you're going to add transmission fluid. You're going to need a tube to go down there. You're going to need a funnel, and here's how you check the transmission fluid. Scotty Kelmer and other people have really good videos on all this stuff, so you should definitely be aware what you're doing when you do this stuff. But here's the transmission pan, okay? So I'm not sure how many bolts. Let's try to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Maybe there's 14 or 15. Okay, so this is a permanent gasket on here, so you don't need to replace it, but you will need to clean it off. I'm getting a little bit of a drip. You can kind of see I replaced this and I'm getting a little bit of a drip here, so maybe the gasket's bad, or maybe I didn't do a good enough job cleaning the pan, but I've already checked all the way around. So how do you know how much fluid to put in these things? This is one of the craziest, most insane things that someone could have done. Is look right here, and you see a bolt right there. Okay, so this is the driver tire, that's the back of the car, passenger side. Okay, transmission pan in front of the car. As you can see, these are called the transmission cooler lines. These lines go over to the radiator, and they go through the radiator to cool off the transmission fluid. But this valve right here, or this bolt right here, I'm believing that it's about a 10 millimeter. Let me check. I'm not gonna take it off, by the way. I think it's a 10. No, it's probably 11. So it's probably an 11, and these are 8 right here. Okay, so what you have to do to get the amount of transmission fluid perfect is you have to fill the transmission fluid up with the car running on a level surface, which is why nobody on YouTube has a video about this. It's so dangerous, you could kill yourself. Literally, you could run yourself over. Like, who does that? So you have to get the car at a level surface. You have to take that bolt out. You have to go back up to the fill valve that I was talking about. And if the car is running and fluid is coming out of that, then it's fine. Wait till there's no fluid coming out. If there's no fluid coming out, then you have to add fluid until the fluid starts to come out. You can have the car off on a level surface and try all this stuff, but unfortunately, when the car's running, there's a certain amount of transmission fluid running through the system, inside the torque converter, and a lot of other stuff. So when the car's off, the fluid level is very different than when it's running. So you want to make sure you get the correct amount of fluid in. One way to do it is just to take that off, add fluid, wait till the fluid comes out, and at that point in time, you'll want to have a large capacity container down here. Standard pan's not going to be big enough. You're going to need a big one. You're going to need lots of cardboard because you're going to make a mess. And then you take this pan off after you know the fluid level is correct. You put that thing back in. Then you take the pan off. Whatever amount of fluid you take out, put that amount of fluid back in. So you're going to want to make sure that you start from 0 with whatever container. So in my case, I believe it was about 5 1/4 quarts is what I came up with. And there's a filter inside here, and this is the same as on the Impala. Anyway, there's a filter that's right up in here, and it shoves up into there's a little gasket in there. Now the gasket, I showed it on my other video, but it's a metal piece of metal, right? It's about, I don't know, about that big around, and it has rubber on the inside and up at the top of it. My recommendation is don't take out the old gasket, just be aware it's there, and if it looks good, just put the filter up in there and seat the filter properly, and then put all this together. There's a magnet in here somewhere, there should be. If there's not, put one in, but a flat magnet, and you want to clean the inside of that with, say, like brake fluid or brake cleaner or something like that. You're gonna have to clean the pan, wipe it all down. It's a hell of a mess. Probably 150, 200 bucks if you go to some place to do it, but it's really not that hard. Trying to think if I missed anything. That's about it. So the real difficulty here is checking that level with the vehicle on a level surface while the vehicle is running. That's just not safe. So whoever came up with that, the engineers, wonderful people at Saturn that came up with that dumb idea. Anyway, a lot of these Saturn technology was based on the Saab, and I've had a Saab. They're really fun cars. Got 2 tickets inside of 6 months with a Saab. That thing is fun, way too much fun to drive. Okay, so there you go. I think that's about everything you need. Good luck.